Do you find yourself waking up like clockwork around 3 a.m. every single night? If you're in your 60s or 70s, you might have just chalked it up to getting older. But what if I told you that's not the whole story? When patients come into my clinic with this exact problem, I always tell them the same thing. This isn't just a normal part of aging, it's actually a clue, a signal from your body that something deeper is going on. So, what's really happening at 3 a.m.? Think of it as a misplaced alarm clock inside your body. That alarm is cortisol, our main stress hormone. Normally, cortisol levels are lowest at night to help us sleep deeply. But as we get older, our adrenal glands, which control cortisol, can get a bit out of sync. Research from the University of Colorado is really eye-opening here. They found that older adults who consistently wake up at 3 a.m. can have nighttime cortisol levels a staggering 73% higher than those who sleep soundly. When cortisol spikes in the middle of the night, it yanks your brain right out of deep, restorative sleep and puts you on high alert. This is why you feel wide awake for no apparent reason. This isn't just about feeling a little groggy the next day. The consequences are more significant. Harvard studies have shown that these repeated nighttime awakenings can actually shrink your deep sleep cycles. Deep sleep is crucial for memory consolidation, clearing out toxins from the brain, and keeping inflammation in check. When it's constantly interrupted, it can increase inflammation and even speed up brain aging. This explains why so many people tell me they feel exhausted during the day, even after getting a full 8 hours in bed. It's the quality of your sleep, not just the quantity, that's being compromised. But here's where the story gets hopeful. We are not powerless against this cortisol surge. While our adrenal glands might become less predictable after 60, they are incredibly responsive to what we eat. This is fantastic news. You don't necessarily need complex treatments to start making a difference. Over the years, I've seen countless patients reclaim their peaceful nights by making a few simple, strategic changes to their diet, especially with what they eat before bedtime. Certain foods can naturally help calm that cortisol spike, soothe your nervous system, and protect your precious deep sleep. My goal is to empower you with this knowledge. I want to show you the practical, science-backed steps you can take, starting today, to help your body find its natural sleep rhythm again. It's all about understanding what your body needs and giving it the right support. If this sounds like something you've been struggling with, or you know someone who has, stick around. We're really going to dive into the specific foods and strategies that can help you sleep through the night. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Healthy Path channel for more tips on healthy aging. Let's work together to get you the restful sleep you deserve. Tired of waking up at 3 a.m. with your mind racing? If you're over 60, there's a good chance a stubborn hormone called cortisol is to blame. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to this stress hormone, leading to fragmented sleep and that dreaded feeling of being wide awake in the middle of the night. But what if I told you that you could help reset your body's natural sleep rhythm? Not with pills, but with simple foods from your kitchen. As a specialist who works with older adults, I've seen firsthand how a few key nutrients can make a world of difference. Today, I'm going to share 5 powerful food combinations that I recommend to my patients to help them reclaim their sleep. These aren't just old wives' tales, they're backed by science and proven in my clinical practice. Let's get started. First up is one of the most reliable nighttime foods I recommend: full-fat Greek yogurt mixed with freshly ground flax seeds. This might sound simple, but it supports sleep through several powerful biological pathways. After 60, the communication between your gut and your brain becomes more important than ever. Greek yogurt is packed with billions of probiotics that interact with this gut-brain network, helping your nervous system produce GABA. GABA is a calming neurotransmitter that essentially tells your brain, "You're safe, you can slow down now." Many of my patients describe GABA as the body's natural brake pedal. And when GABA rises, nighttime cortisol naturally falls. Flax seeds add another crucial benefit. They're rich in alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 that the body converts into compounds that help regulate cortisol production. They also stabilize your blood sugar overnight, which is essential because sudden dips in blood glucose are a common trigger for those 3 a.m. wake-ups. If you want to try this, here's what I suggest. Use about 3/4 of a cup of full-fat plain Greek yogurt. Add 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flax seeds. If you need a little sweetness, a single teaspoon of raw honey is perfect. Eat it about 60 to 90 minutes before bed, not right before lying down. It's vital that the flax seeds are freshly ground. Whole seeds will just pass through your body undigested, and you won't get the benefits. Also, make sure your yogurt has no added sugars, as sugar can actually spike cortisol instead of lowering it. A little tip: many older adults find that letting the yogurt sit at room temperature for a few minutes makes it gentler on the stomach. Have you seen patients who struggled with years of fragmented sleep finally experience a full night of rest just by using this simple bedtime food? Next, let's talk about a combination for those who not only wake up at night, but also struggle to fall back asleep. It's pure tart cherry juice mixed with magnesium glycinate. When used together, these two create what sleep researchers sometimes call a cortisol reset for older adults. Tart cherries are one of the few foods naturally rich in melatonin, the hormone that signals to your brain that it's time to rest. But what most people don't realize is that tart cherries also contain powerful plant compounds called prosonidins and anthocyanins. These compounds help reduce inflammation in the brain and adrenal glands, two areas heavily involved in nighttime cortisol spikes. In fact, a study from Louisiana State University showed that adults over 60 who drank 8 ounces of tart cherry juice each day slept an average of 84 minutes longer and had a 31% drop in nighttime cortisol levels. For many of my patients, that's the difference between tossing and turning and waking up feeling truly restored. Now, let's add magnesium to the mix. Nearly 68% of adults over 60 don't get enough of this essential mineral, and it plays a key role in regulating the receptors that control GABA, that same calming neurotransmitter we just discussed. When magnesium is low, the brain simply can't relax, and cortisol tends to rise. Here's how to prepare this combination for the best effect. Take 8 ounces of pure Montmorency tart cherry juice with no added sugar. Mix in 200 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate powder. Drink it about 90 minutes before bedtime. It's really important to choose magnesium asterisk, glycinate asterisk, not oxide or citrate, because glycinate is gentle on the stomach and absorbs much better. Also, try to drink the tart cherry juice at room temperature, as cold liquids before bed can sometimes stimulate the nervous system. If the flavor is too intense, you can dilute it with a little warm water. Timing is key here. Drinking it too early might mean the effects wear off before your usual 3 a.m. wake up. Too late, and you might be waking up for another reason. That 90-minute window seems to be the sweet spot for most older adults. Our third food combination is one I often recommend to older adults who struggle with both nighttime cortisol spikes and daytime fatigue. It might surprise you just how powerful a simple dinner of wild-caught salmon paired with a baked sweet potato can be for stabilizing your hormones overnight. Let's start with the salmon. Wild-caught salmon is one of the richest natural sources of the omega-3 fatty acids DHA and EPA. These omega-3 south directly influence how your adrenal glands respond to stress. Researchers at Ohio State University found that increasing omega-3 intake reduced the cortisol response to stress by 33%. This is even more important after age 60, when the adrenal system becomes more sensitive. Salmon is also a natural source of vitamin D, a nutrient many seniors are deficient in, and low vitamin D is strongly linked to poor sleep and disrupted cortisol rhythms. Now, let's look at the sweet potato. This isn't just a side dish. It serves a crucial purpose. Sweet potatoes provide complex carbohydrates that help transport tryptophan into the brain, which supports serotonin and melatonin production. They also give a steady release of glucose throughout the night, preventing that 3 a.m. blood sugar crash that triggers cortisol. Here's how to prepare this meal for optimal sleep support. Eat it about 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. Use a 4 to 6 ounce portion of wild-caught salmon, avoid farmed if you can. For extra anti-inflammatory benefits, season it with turmeric and black pepper. Bake the salmon at 375 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes. For the sweet potato, bake a medium one at 400 degrees for about 45 minutes and leave the skin on. Adding a small amount of grass-fed butter or coconut oil will help with steadier glucose absorption. Portion size is important. Too large a sweet potato can cause bloating, while too little won't keep your blood sugar stable. When my older patients try this combination, especially those with evening anxiety, Many report feeling calmer at bedtime and staying asleep much longer. It nourishes the body in a gentle way that aligns perfectly with our changing physiology after 60. So there you have it, 3 simple, food-based strategies to help you manage cortisol and get the restorative sleep you deserve. Remember, these small changes can have a profound impact on your nights and, consequently, your days. Let's join the next part. Next is what I call a gentle shutdown sequence for your brain. It's a simple, soothing trio: warm chamomile tea, raw honey, and L-theanine. This isn't just any old cup of tea. It's a strategic combination designed to quiet your nervous system. Let's break it down. Chamomile contains a compound called apigenin, which gently calms the parts of your brain that keep you alert when cortisol is high. Research from the University of Pennsylvania even showed it improved sleep depth, especially for those with fragmented sleep. Next, raw honey. It does more than just add sweetness. A small spoonful provides a steady supply of glucose to fuel your brain through the night, preventing that dreaded 3 a.m. blood sugar dip that can trigger a cortisol spike and wake you up. The final powerhouse ingredient is L-theanine. This amino acid, found in green tea, promotes the same alpha brain waves you experience during meditation. One study showed it reduced cortisol by up to 48% and helped 74% of participants stop waking up in the middle of the night. Here's how you make it correctly. Steep the chamomile tea bags in 8 ounces of water that's just below boiling. Let it steep for exactly 5 minutes any longer, and it can become stimulating. Let the tea cool a bit. Then stir in 1 tablespoon of raw honey and 200 milligrams of L-theanine powder. Drink this warm, soothing blend about 45 minutes before bed. The temperature is key. You want it warm, not hot. Many of my patients call this their soft landing for the mind. Now, for our second, even more powerful formula. This one has transformed the sleep of so many people in my practice. Ashwagandha-infused golden milk with a touch of black seed oil. This combination tackles the root of the stress response system. Ashwagandha is an incredible adaptogenic herb. It helps regulate the body's entire stress control center, which can get out of sync as we age, releasing cortisol at the wrong times. One major clinical study found that 600 milligrams of ashwagandha reduced cortisol by a staggering 69% and helped 88% of participants stop waking up at 3 a.m. within just 8 weeks. The golden milk itself, made with warm milk, turmeric, and ginger, serves as the perfect delivery system. The warmth is calming, while the spices offer powerful anti-inflammatory benefits. A pinch of black pepper dramatically increases the absorption of turmeric's active compounds. Finally, we add black seed oil. This oil contains a unique compound that supports GABA, your brain's main calming neurotransmitter, and further lowers cortisol. Some studies have shown it can improve sleep quality by up to 90% in older adults. It's the final piece of the puzzle for many. To prepare this, gently warm 1 cup of whole milk, or a full-fat non-dairy alternative. Whisk in 1 teaspoon of turmeric, a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and a pinch of black pepper, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Let it warm for a couple of minutes, then add 600 milligrams of ashwagandha powder. Once it's cooled down slightly, stir in a teaspoon of raw honey, and right before drinking, a teaspoon of cold-pressed black seed oil. Sip this slowly, about an hour before bed. The act of slowly sipping and the ritual of preparing it can be incredibly calming, signaling to your body that it's time to wind down. While some feel the effects in a few days, for most, the real magic happens with consistent use over 2 to 3 weeks. It's one of the most effective natural strategies I've seen for restoring deep sleep. I hope these recipes help you find the peaceful rest you've been looking for. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more science-backed wellness tips. Alright friends, as we come to the end of our chat, I want you to hold on to one key thought. Waking up at 3 a.m. isn't some fixed destiny you have to accept. It's not just a normal part of getting older. Think of it as your body's way of sending you a signal, a little message that something is off balance. And the best part, your body is incredibly smart and has the power to heal, rebalance, and find its natural rhythm again. No matter how many candles were on your last birthday cake, those middle-of-the-night cortisol spikes that jolt you awake don't mean your brain is broken or failing you. It's simply a sign that your internal system is feeling a bit overwhelmed and is asking for some support. Now, the foods we talked about, that creamy yogurt with flax seeds, the tart cherry juice with a dash of magnesium, or that delicious salmon paired with sweet potato. They aren't magic potions. Neither are the calming chamomile tea with L-theanine or the soothing ashwagandha golden milk. Instead, they are powerful, natural tools. They work in harmony with your body's biology, helping to gently guide it back to where it needs to be. Over the years, I've had the privilege of working with so many amazing older adults who thought restless nights, that dreaded early morning anxiety, and feeling constantly drained were just their new reality. But I've watched them, step by step, reclaim their peaceful evenings, their energetic mornings, and most importantly, their confidence. It all comes down to small, simple choices, repeated consistently day after day. These little habits have a huge impact, calming the adrenal system, supporting brain health, and rebuilding that deep, restorative sleep we all crave. So, if you take only one thing away from our time together today, let it be this: your body is not broken, it's resilient. It just needs the right conditions to truly rest and repair. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just start with one small change. Maybe tonight, you'll try one of the food pairings we discussed. Follow the timing, be gentle with yourself, and give your body the chance to settle into a new, calmer state. Remember, achieving better sleep is a journey, not a sprint. It doesn't happen in a single night, but it absolutely does happen, one steady, consistent step at a time. You truly deserve to have peaceful, uninterrupted nights. You deserve to wake up feeling clear-headed and refreshed. And you absolutely deserve a nervous system that feels steady, calm, and fully supported. I'm here to help you move toward that reality, one healthy habit at a time. If this video helped you finally understand why you keep waking up at 3 a.m. and gave you some real, actionable steps to stop it, I'd be honored if you'd subscribe to The Healthy Path. Each week, we share doctor-backed, easy-to-follow guidance to help you sleep better, strengthen your body, sharpen your mind, and age with grace and confidence. Your healthiest, most vibrant years can still be ahead of you. Let's walk this path together. Thanks for watching.